Breaking news going down right now. We're going to be live in just a minute. And this is exciting. This one is so freaking exciting. Oh, yeah. If you're new, my name's Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Oh, this is a good one, guys. This is a good one. We will be live and starting the show in just a minute, guys. In just a minute. You will not want to miss this one. All right, now I'm going to start my main stream in just a moment, and that is where you'll be able to see and hear all the audio and video that I'm going to go over. So if you want to see and hear all the other video, you want to go to my main stream. The main stream is linked in the description. It's right here on YouTube. You click that link, it'll take you directly to the main stream that I'm starting right now. Welcome to the Brian Craig Show. My name is Brian, and this is where MAGA comes to talk. Oh, man. We've been waiting years for this. This is absolutely amazing. MSNBC is reporting that former FBI Director James Comey will be indicted. I'm going to cover this. We're going to talk about it, take your calls. This is so exciting. And this just dropped seconds ago. In fact, I had to change the thumbnail and title of this episode of the program because this story just dropped. I had a whole nother title and thumbnail. I saw this and I said, whoa, no, I got to change the title and the thumbnail. This is what we have been waiting for, Comey's indictment. This is in MSNBC, and it's good to share this from MSNBC because these are the liberals. Now, if you're watching on the live stream with the green behind me, go to my main stream where you can see and hear all the audio and video that I play. The link is in the description of that video. Listen to this. Okay, 3 sources. So MSNBC has 3 sources. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Can you see the depression? She's like, oh, we have some sources. She doesn't even want to tell. She doesn't even want to say it. Everything, because he's a creep. You know, this is amazing. And the statute of limitations, don't worry about that. It's that their liberal accounting is not here yet, but he's been in an ongoing conspiracy against President Trump going back 10 years that is ongoing, by the way. Okay, this is one big RICO case. Now, I'm very excited about this. You know, yesterday we got the conviction of the Trump assassin from the golf course here in Florida at the Fort Pierce courthouse. And Pam Bondi, it's been reported that Pam Bondi has multiple grand juries in different places. And one of them is in the same courthouse where we got the conviction of the Trump attempted assassin yesterday, Fort Pierce, Florida. And I've told you guys about that location. That is the most MAGA jury pool you could pull from in this country. Fort Pierce is in St. Lucie County, Florida. I hope there's Comey grand juries there. You know, you get a real grand jury there, all right? I mean, you get real jurors there, as we saw with that conviction. This is what we have been waiting for. And I don't know if there's a coincidence or not between that text message that the president sent to Pam Bondi the other day that he went on the post on True Social or not. But this is huge because all roads go to Comey. Comey, and they all go to Obama too. And there's others that we want to see indictments from. But this is Comey is the kind of the ringleader, right? He's been running the operation from the beginning, from the time he went to Trump Tower with the fake Russian dossier that he coordinated with McCain and others on. This is huge. Out of all of them, you know, Obama's not going to get indicted. He's a president. So, that's off the table. However, out of all of the others, if I could only get one indicted out of the other conspirators, it would be Comey. Do you guys agree with that? Absolutely. This is massive. And that means he's going to be charged. I hope Pam Bondi does a perp walk arrest. This coup that went on. See, here's the thing I've come to learn following this every single day for over 10 years, like many of you have. The FBI has kind of been like the secret government. You know, when we talk about the deep state, there's all these different agencies, but it always seems that the FBI is the one calling the shots, doesn't it? And, FBI directors, this is a crazy thing. A lot of people don't know this. You know, an FBI director, when they're appointed, they have a 10-year term. Kash Patel was appointed FBI director. He has a 10-year term. Now, the next president can replace him, but they have a 10-year term. And getting rid of Comey the way Trump did, that is unheard of. And things were really amping up before that, but they've been going after him hardcore ever since, too. So out of all of these bad guys, he is the worst. He's the ringleader who's been running the day-to-day operation of the lawfare against Trump from day one. From day one. Peter Strzok and all of them. This is fantastic. And I share this story from MSNBC because I want liberals that are tuned in to hear it from liberal sources. So this is great. We're going to have something very exciting to follow, the indictment of Comey. I did hear a couple days ago that this might be happening, but I didn't think too much of it. And now that we're getting it from NBC and MSNBC, you know how hard it was for them to report? And they got 3 sources? Woo! That's amazing. All right, so we've got a lot to cover. Your thoughts are very much welcome on this. If you're watching live, you can always call me on the stream. The number is toll-free, 888-465-2631. The number is pinned in the live chat, 888-465-2631. My name is Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Now, we had another deranged Democrat, another liberal Democrat, just 2 weeks after a liberal Democrat assassinated Charlie Kirk, 2 weeks to the day, we've got another Democrat who fired on that ICE facility. We will get to that in just a little bit. Here's the Daily Mail. Breaking news. Ex-FBI Director James Comey expected to be indicted for lying to Congress as Trump races to charge his nemesis before tight legal deadline. Oh, this is so beautiful, people. So beautiful. Yeah, take your Jimmy Kimmel on his late night show. We'll take Comey. You guys get Kimmel, right? This is the Daily Mail I'm reading from. Former FBI Director James Comey is reportedly expected to be indicted for lying to Congress. Comey has been a staunch critic of Donald Trump's administration since the president fired him in 2017. Can you believe it's been 8 years since he was fired by Trump? No, he was always a critic and an opponent who was undermining him long before. That's what got him fired. MSNBC reported that he expects to be indicted in the coming days, though the extent of the charges are unclear. The Justice Department and FBI did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Lindsay Halligan has served as acting U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia since Trump appointed her earlier this month. This is the same jurisdiction where Letitia James is being investigated for her mortgage fraud. Trump has been laying the groundwork to go after Comey and other political enemies. See, the Daily Mail's liberal. And other political enemies ever since coming back into a secretary. No, they may be political enemies, but that's not what he's doing. This isn't lawfare. These are coup conspirators. Remember, when President Trump was president-elect the first time, he had already won, and he was president-elect. Obama called an illegal meeting with Comey and Brennan, Clapper, and others, including Loretta Lynch, and there were others in there. And they began a post-Obama presidency coup. They began spying on Trump and began the whole process to get him impeached. They launched a coup. Obama ordered a coup. They cooked the books. They had the intelligence reports fabricated that there was Russian interference and all of that, and they ran with it. Now, this is more than just lying to Congress. Back to the Daily Mail. The Eastern District of Virginia has been hearing an indictment recently. Okay, so this one isn't in Fort Pierce. They're saying this is coming out of Virginia for at least one count related to claims Comey lied in 2020 testimony before the Senate Committee on whether he authorized a leak that led to the origins of the Russian collusion investigation. And it seems that the federal prison is just filled with people who perjure themselves or lie to federal agents. That must be like the most common crime. The case stems from a 2017 incident where Comey, who was FBI director at the time, shared 7 memos documenting private conversations he had with the president. Comey then gave those to his friend, a Columbia law professor, Daniel Richman, who leaked details to the New York Times. This report led to Robert Mueller being appointed special counsel. See, this Obama coup, this was part of the coup to get the special counsel, to get an impeachment, and hopefully, in their mind, was either to get him to resign from office or actually removed by the Senate. In September 2020, Comey was brought before Congress to discuss Crossfire Hurricane, the code name for the Trump-Russia investigation. He was pressed by Republicans about leaks at the FBI during his tenure, including the memos. Comey denied that he authorized anyone to disclose the memos to the media, and now we know that was a lie. So he lied to Congress. You go to prison for that. You go to prison for that. So this is, I got to tell you, this is like Christmas, isn't it? This is like Christmas. If you're new to the program, make sure you subscribe and make sure you like the video as well. My name is Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. And remember, if you're watching on the stream with the green behind me, go to my main stream, which is linked in the description of the video. It's right here on YouTube, and you can see all the audio, video, images, websites, articles. You get to see all the things I'm showing and hear everything that I'm playing. So this is, You know, we've all been impatient, and I don't think we owe any apologies for that. I mean, why would we apologize for it? We have a good reason to be impatient. I mean, we went through a lot in the last 4 years, and here we are now, finally getting what we want to happen, which is Comey being indicted. All right, so a week till the day after the late, great Charlie Kirk was assassinated by a liberal Democrat in Utah, we got another liberal Democrat who fired at these at this ICE facility in Dallas and shot illegals. We know he's a leftist. He may be Antifa. We know he's a liberal. He wrote anti-ICE on his ammo. His mother's a hardcore liberal. How much violence is there going to be from the left until some responsible Democrat stands up and calls for an end of this? I've been telling you guys, and I'm not alone. A lot of people are saying this. Ted Cruz was talking a little bit about this actually today. And what Ted Cruz had said was, you got to stop calling people racist, Nazis, fascist. Don't you understand what's going on here? I think, those of you that are MAGA understand, but you liberals out there, your politicians and your media are inciting violence all of the time. What's going on is you're telling people that these are Nazis, the Gestapo. And we're talking about top Democrats in Congress, the governor of Illinois, the governor of California, and others. And these shooters, whether it's this monster in Dallas today or the other Democrat in Utah, they think that they're shooting Nazis. They think they're shooting Nazi Gestapo stormtroopers. They don't even realize they're doing anything wrong. And these guys, they're in their 20s. They don't even know a world without Trump. And all they've been hearing their entire coherent life, Trump's a Nazi, fascist, democracy's lost. And that's their reality. I'm not taking responsibility away from them. But I'm just telling you that elected officials that are Democrats, mainstream media, and the rest of you liberals out there, some of you call me something, you're inciting this stuff. And after the brutal, violent assassination of Charlie Kirk 2 weeks ago today, you still haven't toned it down. You've amped it up. And then we had this happen in Dallas. Why do you think these things keep happening? You don't have a single responsible major Democrat who's calling to end this. They'll say what they got to say. Oh, we're against the violence, but we're against the violence. But Charlie said this, or against the violence, but ICE are that. That's not condemning the violence. And it's not calling for you to tone your people down and get things under control. All right, I'm going to take some calls. I got a lot to share too. Got some audio that I want to play. If you're just tuning in, it was just reported on MSNBC that James Comey, former FBI director, will be indicted in the next few days. We're celebrating that. The number is toll-free, 1-888-465-2631. It's also pinned in the live stream chats. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Tony, California.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, so I got a question for you because I hear this a lot. Where are people getting that most of the violence comes from the right or the Republican Party as opposed to what appears to be coming from the left, Democratic liberal parties?
Where are they getting it from?
How are they?
Yeah, where are they getting it from?
Yeah, that's my question.
Well, first of all the violence is coming from the left, the Democrats. And where they're getting that from, they're getting it from the Democrat elected official, your governor in California, Governor Newsom, Governor Pritzker, the fat guy in Illinois, the Democrats in Congress, MSNBC, CNN. They're getting it from liberal Democrats. That's where they're getting it from.
They're always claiming that there's documentation behind it. And whenever it comes up, they have the one thing that always seems to divide it. They never can understand, there could be that documentation, the way it is written, the way it is stated, it could be falsified. For example, like you've heard the kids, more kids are the biggest leading cause of childhood death.
No, that's no. Look. The ICE facility today in Dallas, where the illegals got shot, that was a liberal. That was a liberal Democrat. Charlie Kirk was assassinated by a liberal Democrat. Okay, President Trump, this guy they just convicted of trying, Democrat. The left are behind all of this. All the violence is from one side, the left. They're shooting and killing people. Okay, this isn't about the gun debate, and this isn't about, and there's not violence on both sides. The MAGA side, they're the ones getting shot, except in this instance, these illegals were shot by this leftist.
Right. Okay. So then I guess my next question is how do we combat that with information to bring light onto this topic?
You're never going to stop it because these Democrat elected officials and liberal fake news people keep repeating these lies.
Okay, well, I'm not saying to stop it, because you're right, it'd be hard to stop, but at least so the people that believe that this is actually going on can see that it's not, they're lying to them. Like, how do you convince someone that an elected official,
you can't. They're sick. You can't convince them. J.D. Vance said last Monday, let me give you an example. The Charlie Kirk shooter, right? He's got a boyfriend who's transitioning to a woman. They tell us he's not gay. They say he's not gay because his boyfriend's becoming a woman. That means he's not gay. I had a call yesterday from this liberal lady. This liberal lady called me on the show yesterday afternoon, and she says that he's not a Democrat. He was raised by MAGA Republican parents. And I said to her, Donald Trump was raised by Democrat parents. President Trump's parents were. What does that mean? Your party affiliation is what your parents is all of a sudden? They convince themselves of this crap because they're in denial. There's no convincing the liberals. Their minds are gone. That's it. Their minds are gone.
Trust me, it appears to be that way too. Like, there is no convincing them of, even like conversation wise. Like, there's no getting them to look at things from, let's say, outside of the box. Step out of the box and look in. Like, there's no convincing them. So what do we do? Just,
we keep on keeping on. I mean, what can we do? We do what we would normally do.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with liberals, their minds are gone. There's no convincing them. They're telling us that a young man in his 20s who's got a boyfriend who's transgender becoming a woman isn't gay. When they're telling you crap like that, where do you go? How do you convince someone so far out?
Right. And if he were to transition himself, they'd say he's lesbian. I get it. Well,
they're saying that if you're a guy and you've got a boyfriend who transitioned into a girl, you're not gay. That's crazy. Hey, listen, thank you for the call. You hear this stuff, and I mean, can't convince these people. If you're watching live, you can call me live on the air. The number is pinned in the live chat. It's toll free, no matter where you're watching. 888-465-2631. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is Mike. I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
All right. What's up, Mike in Texas?
Yeah, just wondering, these Democrats, they always say they want to take away the gun control. What I really believe they mean, they want to take away our guns, but they will still have the guns, so they can shoot people whenever they want.
I don't know, but this is all I know, is all these high-profile shootings taking place are being done by Democrats.
Right.
Out there in Dallas today, that was a Democrat.
Right.
Charlie Kirk, that was a Democrat that killed Charlie Kirk. Right. Yes, they're all Democrat. Democrats, there's an epidemic of violence among Democrats.
Just look at the way they treated the George Floyd situation.
Oh my goodness!
With all the looting and the.
What does Mark? I like what Mark Dice calls him, Saint George Floyd. Saint George Floyd. I like that. Hey, I appreciate the call from Houston, Texas. All right, let's go. Wrong line. Okay, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Joe. Will you be my girlfriend?
No. Oh my goodness. All right, if you're on hold, stand by. We'll take some more calls in a bit. The number's pinned in the live chat. It's toll free, 888-465-2631. So J.D. Vance gave an incredible speech today. I want to play some of that. And I thought he was spectacular. If you're on hold, stand by. This is J.D. Vance today. I like that. Nice word choice. Don't you like JD? That's our second MAGA president, people, right there. JD Vance. He will be the second MAGA president. He was on fire today, you know. And this next clip I want to play. This is for that caller. What do you tell these liberals? You can't tell these liberals anything. Okay, they have all lost their minds. Okay, let me pull this up and just to illustrate. This is today. This is MSNBC. And this is, they're talking about the liberal that shot up the ICE facility in Dallas, shot the illegals there. Listen. Oh. Okay, so MSNBC is trying to tell us that he's conservative, he's MAGA. Give me a break. These people are out of their minds. I'm done trying to convince these people. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
How's it going? So, my name is Jarek Trathon. I'm calling from Argyle, Texas. So, one of these things I wanted to discuss was the indoctrination in society and the newest generation and how it's realistically affecting, everything that's going on nowadays and how it is basically taken over society. You know, I feel like there is a lot of foreign interference in our government, or was, now that we're mucking it out now. But one thing I've taken notice of, just how much foreign interference there is. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think you said something that was so vague and generic. I have no thoughts or opinions. I mean, we've got homegrown liberal Democrats assassinating people, shooting illegals, trying to shoot ICE agents today. I don't know what you're talking about with foreign interference.
So, with a lot of interference from other countries, you know how...
Why are you talking about people in other countries? You've got American liberal Democrats that are shooting and killing people here. Why are you talking about foreign countries? What are you trying to do, distract and blame everybody else other than your Democrat friends? What are you doing?
Oh, no. I am a hardcore conservative.
Then why are you talking about foreign countries when we've got it's the Democrat Party in this country, it's the liberals in this country that are inspiring all this?
Well, that's noted. I know that.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Charlie Kirk, that was messed up.
It was. Hey, listen, I appreciate the call. We're not here doing some generic thing on foreigners right now. Let me get back to some of this. I mean, this is another clip of our second MAGA president, J.D. Vance. It sure is. Yeah, you know, that poor Ukrainian girl. I mean, there you got another murder, another Democrat murder. Certainly the killer himself is a liberal. Did that look like a MAGA guy? And he's let out of jail all these times by Democrat judges. I mean, what do you suppose? I mean, come on. When liberals aren't killing people, they're doing things that get people killed. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Going on, bub? Dustin from Ohio.
Okay, hold on, Dustin from Ohio. Let me answer some of these lines. Yeah, go ahead, Ohio. What's on your mind?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Listen, so why shouldn't James Comey be arrested for domestic terrorism?
Well, I don't know about terrorism, but I think lying to Congress we got him on, and maybe this coup.
Well, he's part of the whole Clinton and Biden Obama
coup.
Coup that went on.
Yes.
And he should be. They should start publicly execute these people.
All right. Okay. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are we at? Cuba, 1955. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Joe. I'm calling from Texas.
Turn down the volume in the background. There's a delay on the.
I sure did.
Okay, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind is that you keep on claiming that the left is committing all these acts. But
Yes.
I mean, there's enough studies that show that it's basically a right-wing thing.
Really?
86% of all these terror attacks are happening from people that are motivated by religion, by race,
Yeah.
and by,
I don't need to look at any stupid ass study, okay? We're seeing it on TV.
Yeah, well,
you had
you
had a
convince
Democrat
people.
today shoot at ICE agents and shoot and kill a migrant and shot other
Convince
migrants.
people with evidence.
It's on TV
people
right
with
now,
evidence.
dummy. What about Charlie Kirk 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, not like that. That's anecdotal. I'm talking about
Anecdotal?
a series of events.
It's
that go
on.
back
It's
and
on
forth.
TV. I'm talking about what's
Just 20
happening
years
now.
ago.
And
Who's
20 years
doing
ago. I don't know about 20 years ago. I'm talking about 20 minutes ago.
Who did that, Brian?
Who did what?
The Oklahoma federal building, huh? Who did that?
We're not in 1995. We're in 2025.
Exactly, so we're in 2025.
I mean,
And
think
you know
about
what?
how
Right now we
stupid.
have-
Think
we
about
have
how.
crazy
Excuse me.
idiots in
Think
office.
about how stupid that is. What he just said, right? That was 30 years ago, right? What if somebody said, well, Tim McVeigh blew up the Oklahoma City governmental building, but in 1965, let's talk about who did something in 65. Listen to yourself, dum-dum. And when the Oklahoma City building came down on April 19th, 1995, we weren't talking about events that happened in 1965, which is what you're doing now. Oh, my goodness. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, my name's Sam. I'm from Kansas. What's up, man? Quick question. Why did your hat say 2028?
Because I want Trump to run for president in 2028. It says Trump 2028.
For a third?
Correct.
For a third, term?
Correct.
That's completely unconstitutional?
The Constitution. Have you heard of constitutional amendments?
But there's a reason why we don't have that. There's a fucking reason,
Yeah, you don't know.
We could have kept. Yeah. No, I don't know.
How?
Wait, explain to me that.
How long have there been presidential term limits?
The reason we wrote it in was,
Yeah, with this accent you have, you don't. What are you talking about? We. You don't even sound American. I know you know with this accent. What kind of accent is this? You don't sound like someone from Kansas.
What?
Listen, we didn't write it. You and I weren't around then. How long have there been presidential term limits?
Look, I'm just saying that it's completely unconstitutional.
Well, then
it's not
you must know how long have we had president? If you don't know, just say you don't know. How long have there been presidential?
I don't know, but I'm just saying it's completely.
Well, I do.
That's not American. We're not going to have a fascist government to continue going on for this long.
We've only
what
had
about Epstein being friends with Trump?
Excuse
Let's release the Epstein files.
We've only
he
had.
was friends with a pedophile. Not to mention the 37, convictions of felony convictions of sexual assault. Why do we have a crook as a president?
We've only had presidential term limits since the 1950s. So for the majority of
Awesome, you got me on that.
Well, no, what I mean is,
but
for the majority,
why should we have
all right,
that?
Excuse me. For the majority of this country's history, we did not have presidential term limits. And the Constitution has been amended 27 times. It can be amended again to allow President Trump and Obama and President George W. Bush to run again. Bush and Obama can run against Trump in 2028 for all I care. It's no term limits for everyone. All right, let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Blue. I'm from Texas. I was just in your chat, of course. I just wanted to tell you that the volume was way down on those clips. I couldn't hear a word they were saying.
If you watch on the live stream with the green screen, if you go to my main live stream, the link is in the description of that video. You can see and hear all the audio, all right? The link's in the description if you're watching with the green behind me. All right, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Rob from New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And so I saw you have that 2028 hat, and I was just curious, what makes you want a third term?
Because President Trump is the greatest president of my lifetime, maybe in the history of the United States.
And do you have any concern of his age?
No.
Not at all? You don't think he could drop dead in office?
Any of us could drop dead. Any of us could drop dead. We're all dying. It's just a matter of when.
Okay.
And JD Vance is doing a pretty good job. He's there to step in if we had to.
And you think JD Vance could fill in those shoes?
Oh yeah, he's a badass. Yeah, he's a badass. Yeah. I'm gonna.
What would you say is the? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, what would I say is what?
The number one reason as to why you think he's the greatest.
The greatest president ever?
Yeah.
Well, he's the only president that ever, and I'm talking about all the way back to George Washington. There's many reasons, but I'm going to give you one right out the gate. He's the only president we've ever had, and there's been there's been a lot of them, right? He's the 47th president. He is the only president who's not been owned by and under the control of the donors. And that goes all the way back to George Washington. They've all been loyal and owned by the political donors of the day. From Washington all the way through, except for Donald Trump. That's one major reason. He's the first president to actually represent the people and not a bunch of donors. There's other reasons too. But yeah. that's one of them.
My thing about that is that he's not beholden to the donors, but he's beholden to anyone that sucks up to him.
Oh,
anyone
really?
that strokes his ego, he's gonna do whatever he wants.
Well,
yeah,
I like what he's doing.
They don't have to pay the guy.
What's he doing that you don't like?
Well, his rhetoric is
rhetoric. Your people are shooting people. One of your people has shot some migrants today. 2 weeks ago, one of your guys killed Charlie Kirk. Well, you're worried about words when the Democrats are out there shooting people dead?
Who is my people? There was
the Democrats,
Republicans
liberals.
That shot. What about the guy that shot the two Democrats? And nobody said anything about that. Like, you can't be so one-sided.
Yeah, no, I'm one-sided. The Democrats assassinated Charlie Kirk. This guy today in Dallas is a Democrat.
What about the guy that assassinated the Democratic legislators?
I'm not going to go. Slow down. I know what you're talking about.
MAGA, dude.
I'm not going to go through that again now because I've done it every day. Go to my show yesterday.
The guy that shot Kirk is MAGA.
No, who is MAGA? The guy that shot Charlie Kirk? He's got a boyfriend who's transitioning to a girl. What do you mean he's a MAGA?
Yeah. Well, Trump also has a boyfriend, and he.
Trump has a boyfriend. Okay. Trump's gay. Okay. That's what you're dealing with. Now, if you're on hold, stand by. I said a moment ago that J.D. Vance is a badass. Look at this, what happened today. Did you see this? Obama hacks attempt to embarrass J.D. Vance, this is in the Gateway Pundit, over his take on Dallas ICE shooting backfires when VP points out an inconvenient fact. And he said, what precisely did I get wrong? Dipshit. That's J.D. Vance today. Did you see this? I love it. I mean, he's taken this guy on Twitter. He is a badass. I love J.D. Vance. I didn't know too much about him when Trump picked him, but it was the right pick. All right. Let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is George from Pennsylvania.
Yep.
I just wanted to call in and hear your opinion on how Trump is sending our tax dollars to Israel to build casinos and shit in Gaza. And
really?
Continue this genocide.
They're building a casino in Gaza? I missed that.
No, but there's AI renderings of the.
There's AI renderings. An AI rendering is not us building a casino in Gaza with tax dollars.
It's not us. It's Israel. It's Israel using.
Oh, Israel right now is building a casino. You mean during this war, while
no, they can't do it until they complete the genocide.
Oh, so they're not okay.
Palestine.
So they're not building a casino.
No, not yet. They've
then why did you say?
Children
why did you say
53,000 civilians?
Then why did you say they're building a casino?
Well, they're not building a casino yet.
I've got news for you. The Palestinians should not have invaded Israel and raped and murdered women and took hostages back.
Benjamin Netanyahu shouldn't have let it go on for 6 hours. Israel's the size of New Jersey. You figure out that every citizen in Israel goes through the IDF. So you would think that a country the size of New Jersey would be able to stop an invasion before an hour.
By your voice, you're probably not old enough to remember 9/11, but we're the most powerful country in the world. And when there's a sneak attack in a way that's never been done before, people get caught off guard. We got whooped on 9/11.
And as the most powerful country in the world's greatest ally, with $250 billion yearly going to that country, don't you think they'd have the military intelligence to recognize invaders?
Why do you care about tax money?
Because my tax dollars go
really?
there.
You pay taxes?
That's what they're doing.
You pay taxes?
As an American citizen.
What tax bracket are you in?
Yeah. I'm middle class.
Middle class? Well, how much do you pay in income tax?
What? Well, that's none of your business.
That's none of your business. It's called zero. All right. Oh, boy. I know exactly what I pay in income tax. I'm here to tell you. Oh, my goodness. I had to send money off yesterday to the tax man, okay? And I know exactly how much it was. It sucks. And believe me. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the air.
Brian,
Yeah.
Hi. All I wanted to know is that insurance man that takes care of accidents, car accidents, and before you go, that's all I wanted to know. I was hoping to get somebody else that answers the phone that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Who are you trying to reach?
I was trying to reach your guy that answers the phone, and you always advertise about this lawyer down there.
Oh, Attorney Barry Siegel?
Harry Siegel?
Barry Siegel. I'll give you his number. Attorney Barry Siegel. I'll give you his number. Are you ready to write it down?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, 855 FLA.
Gotcha.
FLA.
FLA.
3782.
3782.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
God bless you. I listen to your show all the time.
Awesome. Take care. Thanks so much. All right. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Terry. I'm from Vero Beach.
Hey, Terry.
9 inches just for you, baby.
Oh, boy. Isn't that nice? Lovely guy. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Talking to me?
Sounds like you.
Yeah. My name is Cameron. I'm calling from Virginia.
Yes. What's on your mind? Yes.
I'm sorry?
You're on the air. What's on your mind?
Oh, sorry. I had a question. I saw you were wearing the
Trump 2028.
the Trump. the Trump 2028 hat.
Yes.
Is Trump going to be running in 28?
Well, I hope so. These Trump 2028 hats, I actually bought this hat from the official Donald Trump store, $50. And they actually sell these hats, the Trump 2028 hats, they sell them in the gift shop at the White House right now.
Okay, so...
That sounds like it's on Trump's
curious.
mind. It sounds like it's a plan of Trump's, which I'm excited about.
Is he going to... I'm sure you're aware that he can't legally run in 28?
The Congress can change that.
Well, no, Congress can't change that. It would have to be an amendment to the Constitution.
There's
So I think 35 states would have to
Well, let's go. We can do
ratify
it.
it.
The Constitution has been amended 27 times. Trump's very
sure
popular.
has.
And we can
I
do
think-
it a 28th
but
time.
the last time was, I think, 70 years ago, if I recall correctly.
Well, that's okay. It's time for, make another change. Sounds good to me. And a lot of people agree with me.
I'm sure a lot of people do agree with it. Okay, so you want him to keep running and just be president for the rest of his life.
Yes, I want him to be, I want President Trump to run in 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, for the rest of his life, yes.
So you want him to be a monarch?
No,
for the
I
rest
want
of
him
his
to
life?
run. I want him to run every 4 years so that the people of this great country can decide.
So I was only able to have. I'm kind of at work right now, so I don't have too long to talk to you.
Yep.
But what did you say was the thing you liked most about Trump?
Well, I didn't say what I liked the most. I just gave one example. And another thing he did that I like, and I think this will be his greatest legacy because it's such a beautiful thing. He overturned Roe v. Wade, and millions of babies will be born for the rest of time that never would have been born before. And I love him because of that, overturning Roe v. Wade.
So I actually have a second thought about that.
A liberal with a thought. How refreshing.
It's unheard of, I know.
It is. A coherent one.
I am personally pro-life. I would never, I do not have any kids right now, but if, I got into a situation, I would not want that. But I also think because that's my choice. Why should we not allow women to make the choice themselves?
The woman has the choice when she decides to have sex. Women decide who has sex and who doesn't, right? I mean, if it were up to men, men would be having...
What if the condom breaks or something like that?
Well, then maybe you should take responsibility for your actions. How about that?
So let's say that with condom breaks, and this is a woman who's making $25,000, $30,000 a year. They can't afford to have a kid.
Well, that's where adoption comes in.
Okay, well, just having a baby, if I remember correctly, last I heard was about $2,000 at the hospital.
No, in fact, my daughter's adopted and my mother's adopted. Okay,
my mother is adopted as well.
Okay, well,
I
then
have no problem with the adoption process.
and my daughter is adopted. And if you are a pregnant woman and you have no money, and you have, first off, you would qualify for Medicaid, which would cover the health care and the pregnancy, as well as the childbirth. You could,
that's assuming that Medicaid continues to exist after 2026 when the BBB goes into effect.
It exists. There, so there is a social welfare network to help a low-income single woman who made the mistake of having sex with you with a weak condom that broke.
Okay, so you're saying that there's a social safety net. The federal
Medicaid.
Government's gutting the social safety net.
No, that's bullshit. They took away the Medicaid that the illegals were illegally getting, and they did away with fraud, waste, and abuse. They didn't take it away from Americans who are legally qualified for it. That's some Rachel Maddow line.
So they're increasing.
No, you're off on a bunch of crap. No, I'm not going to hold on. I've got a full board of calls. I'm not going to have some discussion about Medicaid. We're talking. You asked me what I like about Trump. I'm giving you examples.
Okay.
There are millions of people who will be born and live full lives and have families. Hundreds of millions of people over the course of time will have life, full lives because President Trump overturned Roe v. Wade. And you're worried about some condom of yours breaking with some girl that made the mistake of having sex with you.
I posed a very reasonable hypothetical to you and asked you how you.
Well, I don't deal with hypotheticals. I deal with the real world, and there are babies born every day that would have been aborted if Trump had not overturned Roe v. Wade. I'm not dealing with hypotheticals. I'm dealing with real things. Hey, appreciate the call. Take care. Let's see here. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up? My name is Chris. I'm from the Midwest, but I don't really like giving up, like...
Who cares? Okay, all right, go ahead. You're on the air. Nobody cares about your self-importance. Go. What's on your mind?
Well, I was just scrolling through, I guess, my YouTube shorts, and I saw this. I was kind of curious what the whole shtick with this stream is. Is it like kind of like a debate stream, or just kind of
well,
like
no, I am a professional broadcaster, a radio host and podcaster, and I guess you could call me a YouTuber as well. And I'm obviously a MAGA guy, and we talk about the news of the day. Right now, you had this liberal Democrat. You had this liberal Democrat in Dallas who tried to shoot ICE agents, and he killed an illegal, shot some other illegals. 2 weeks to the day after the other Democrat assassinated Charlie Kirk. We're talking about this epidemic of violence by Democrats shooting and killing people.
I think what I've seen, because my position is I'm kind of in the middle in terms of politics.
The middle of what about? We're talking about people being murdered by Democrats. Charlie Kirk, these illegals today. How are you in the middle on that?
Oh, no. I'm just reiterating real quick before we get into this, just like as a precursor, like I'm a left-leaning person.
Oh.
I think it's disgusting. Like I think this is like, it's a big mask off moment for a lot of people.
Why don't you like Trump? Give me a specific reason why you don't like Trump.
No, I'm talking about...
you say you're liberal. You're liberal. You're liberal. Why do you oppose Trump? He's doing so many great things for this country.
Well, hold on. You asked me a question.
Well, I didn't ask for a 10,000-word answer. I got like 80 people on hold here. I don't have a lot of time.
No, you're good. I wanted to answer your question about Charlie Kirk. What you had said, I think it's really disgusting. Again, like I said, I think it's a big mask-off moment.
What a bold stand to take. You're opposed to assassinations. Bravo.
No, let me finish my sentence, please.
Yeah.
I said I think it's disgusting that people are celebrating it.
Your friends.
Because it's a mask-off moment for people who, on my Facebook, are like, "Oh, this is such a Rip Bozo."
Yeah, they're called your Democrat. Your fellow Democrats are the ones that are literally dancing for 2 weeks on Charlie Kirk's grave.
Well, the funny thing is, I'm a left-leaning libertarian, but I'm
whatever
not
that
a Democrat.
means.
I voted Trump.
A left-leaning libertarian? Give me a break. You in college?
Hey, buddy.
Did you go to college?
Look,
you go to college?
If we're going to decry the left for
Did you go to college?
Sociopathic idiots about this situation.
Did you go to college? Did you go to college?
No.
Oh, okay, good. I don't know where your mind got polluted then. Left-leaning libertarian is like this other BS democratic socialist. You cannot be a left-leaning libertarian. Libertarian by nature is conservative, okay? So you can't be a left-leaning... it's like saying I'm a Catholic rabbi. You can't be a Catholic rabbi. You got to be a Jew to be a rabbi. So you can't be a left-leaning libertarian. That's the dumbest. The reason I asked if you went to college, that sounds like some bullshit some professor teaches. That makes no sense. You cannot be a left-leaning libertarian.
I disagree. I think a lot of my stance is, if you want me to explain.
I don't want you to explain anything. I'm falling asleep. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Ryan, how you doing?
I'm doing.
Calling from Alabama. How you doing?
All right, Alabama. What's on your mind?
I got a couple questions for you. I've a little thing I've been wondering myself. I've been wondering lately with this Trump 2028 thing, if I'm putting MAGA first or America first, and I wanted to see what your opinion
the same
would be
thing.
on that.
MAGA is Make America Great Again. America and MAGA are the same thing.
That's
America first and MAGA are the same thing.
Yeah, you can say that, but would you also say that Black Lives Matter there's multiple entities in that?
Would I say what?
Would you say there's multiple entities? Would you say there were multiple entities that make up Black Lives Matter?
All lives matter.
No, I'm just asking just a question, just for...
All lives matter.
Okay.
White, black, Asian, Eskimo, Native American, Indian,
Black
Samoan, Hawaiian, Jewish, Israeli.
I agree.
Muslim,
we agree.
Irish, all lives matter. All lives matter.
Hey, you're a broadcaster, but you don't like to engage in debate, really. It seems like I'm trying to just draw a connection. I'm actually wanting your opinion on something.
I'm waiting for this connection.
The Black Lives Matter thing. There's like 3 or 4 organizations that make it up. It's all bullshit. But who's to say that it's not the same thing with MAGA? And how are you putting America first?
Well, what we found with Black Lives.
I'm talking.
No,
you're
you're not.
Trump 2028.
No, I'm talking.
Forward.
Finish your question.
How is that American?
Okay.
What is American about being Trump 2028?
I'm going to tell you, Black Lives Matter, we found out, was a big real estate scam. It wasn't about Black lives, or they'd have been in Chicago trying to save Black lives there from the weekly shootouts. I'm
parallel that you're saying MAGA is just America when there's parts of MAGA that aren't just America. There's far sex, and I agree with much of MAGA. But to say that MAGA is America, you're so ignorant.
The A is for America in MAGA. The A stands for America.
Yeah, I know.
And we want to make it great again. But make America great again.
Do you think... Okay, all right, let me calm down a little bit. Do you think we can agree?
Why don't you just tell us that you don't like Jews and you don't like that there are MAGA people that support Israel? Just cut to the chase. That's what you're hitting at.
No, not at all.
Well, then what do you say? Then you say we're not America first. What are you talking about then?
Because can you not? Do you think there are people on the right that are bad actors and don't?
I don't know. Give me an example.
Put you in the right light.
Give me an example. I don't know who you're. Give me a specific.
Okay, there's a huge. Okay, you know Utah and Oregon and all of just the.
I need like a nationally known person, a nationally known person that we would all know. That's a There are some bad Republicans: Liz Cheney, Dick Cheney, George W. Bush.
Okay.
Comey's a Republican. A lot of people don't know that. Comey, who's about to be indicted, is a Republican.
Screw him.
Yeah, so there are bad Republicans.
Okay, I appreciate that. Can we agree that there's senators and representatives that have overstayed their welcome, like I guess what you would call the swamp?
Yeah.
Okay, so just going on that tracking, you want Trump to stay just in office or keep running just forever?
Correct. Running.
How is that different from he's joining the swamp if he does that?
No. Not at all. I'm calling
piece of America.
I'm only calling on him to run every 4 years. Let the people decide. If the people don't want him, he'd lose. Why are you afraid of that?
You're calling on him, but you want him to win every year. You can't just wear a hat and say,
because he's great. Yeah, I do want him.
Okay,
of course I want him to win.
How can you be American and say that's the least American thing ever?
You gotta understand everything that President Trump is.
Tell me what you need to understand.
What President Trump is doing every day, no matter what it is he does, they shot him in Butler to try to stop him from doing it.
Look, Trump's first presidency, I loved it. Name me 3 things right now that he's done this time.
He shut down the southern border, ended human trafficking, which is slave trafficking, and ended slave trafficking at the southern border.
So you think there's no human trafficking, no one crossing the southern border?
In fact, the statistics the last 3 months, they've had zero. Oh, the war on drugs is another one. He's blowing up these drug cartel boats out of the ocean. That's another great thing he's done.
You are so naive. It is insane. You're not American.
I'm not American. Okay, all right. Okay. These things are all on television and online. I don't know what you're talking about, man. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is John from Wisconsin. Hi, Brian.
Hey, John. What's up?
Oh, I just wanted to. I love your 2028 hat. I have one myself.
Cool.
And people don't realize that I mean, of course, they can change the Constitution, which is awesome. I'd love to see that because I agree with you. He's the greatest president we've ever had.
Yep.
But they're forgetting Don Jr. and Eric. They could run.
They could.
You know.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you know, and I have to say, I listen to you in the morning all the time. And when I tuned you in here, seeing you were live, it's like, did the school for Democratic morons just get out? I haven't heard any.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, you got it rough. I feel sorry for you, man.
No, that's cool. Let them expose themselves.
Yeah, wow. So anyway, I just the violence is out of control. It's crazy.
You know, I mean, this thing today.
Stop.
I mean, they're trying to tell us on MSNBC that this shooter in Dallas was a Republican. Come on.
Yeah, I know. It's just crazy. It's a Saul Alinsky thing. Let's blame someone else for what you're doing.
Yeah, that's right.
They use that all the time,
accuse
too.
your opponent of doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
It's like page 1 of Rules for Radicals.
Yes. So I just want to say thanks for all you do, and keep up the good work, Brian.
Well, thank you. All right, some great calls. By the way, if you'd like to support my channel and my content, of course, the way to do that is to go to mypillow.com and use my promo code Kane at checkout for huge savings. You know, you can save up to 80%. Look at this, 50% off the MyPillow coffee. You can use my promo code Kane at checkout on all the specials at mypillow.com. You know, one of my favorites, I love everything. I have all this stuff, and I've bought it. I bought everything except my first item with the promo code Kane, K-A-N-E at checkout. The first item, Mike Lindell wasn't an advertiser and sponsor of my program yet. Now he is, so I use my promo code. The MyPillow pet beds. Oh, your dogs, your cats will love them. They're 100% machine washable, and inside of them is that same patented fill that's in the MyPillows. Your dogs and cats will love them. And right now, they're just $39.98. You can throw the whole thing in the washer and the whole thing in the dryer. It washes it inside and out, and it's like new every time. It's great. There's lots of great things, too. You know, the MyPillow blankets, getting into the time of the year where it's going to start to cool off. The MyPillow blankets, as low as $25 with my promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E. And let me see, is the free shipping offer still in effect? Let's see. Yes, it is. Okay, free shipping offer still in effect. So take advantage of all of that. Promo code Kane at checkout. Let Mike Lindell know that you support this program, and he'll keep supporting me. All right, back to the phones. Promo code Kane, K-A-N-E, at checkout. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the air. Once, twice. All right, you missed out, my friend. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Daniel from Columbus.
Okay.
So I have a question for you.
Columbus, Ohio, or Columbus, Georgia?
Ohio.
My hometown. Awesome. I'm in Florida now.
Really?
I'm away from that liberal place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm in Florida now, but Columbus, Ohio is my hometown. That's right.
Oh, well, good for you for leaving.
Nah, I don't know. I'm pretty hot in Columbus.
anyway-
I get a lot of calls from Columbus.
Yeah. So,
I might do a personal appearance
I just
there.
wanted to. So, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you know that Trump is actually on the Epstein list?
No, he's not. Where'd you go to school?
How do you know?
I went to elementary school in Columbus, and I wasn't as dumb as you. Where'd you go to school? You go to public school in Columbus, Ohio?
No, my mother was a crackhead.
Oh, okay, good. Well, that explains it. All right, J.D. Vance's mother had addiction problems, and he turned out well. He's not like you. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Robert. I'm from Osceola. Fuck you.
Yes, okay. That was not clever. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, my name is Brian. I'm calling from Maryland.
Hey, Brian. What's up?
Hey, I'm curious. You had said that Liz Cheney was not a good Republican, and
Correct.
her voting record walks lockstep in line with the Republican Party. So what you said doesn't make any sense.
Of course
at
it
all.
makes sense.
I'd like for you to say why you think she doesn't make a good Republican, as her voting record states otherwise.
A couple reasons. One of them is she's like the Ava Braun of the Republican Party. Her father is a war criminal who took part in lying about weapons of mass destruction.
No. We're not talking about her father. We're talking about her.
Hold on, I'm not done.
She voted.
I heard you say
with
that
the Republican Party.
Don't worry, I'll get there.
So you're going to say she's not a good Republican, but she voted with every Republican initiative.
Hold on.
Your
I am getting to that.
It's a clown show.
I am getting to that.
Absolutely absurd.
What are you? Her husband? Liz
you
Cheney.
Don't like that she called out Donald Trump.
You don't know what I think because you won't stop talking.
For the grifter.
All right, you're on hold. Liz, I'm going to explain with or without you, okay? He hung up, okay. He hung up on his own, by the way, did not hang up on him. Liz Cheney, he was talking about Liz Cheney is a good Republican. I'll explain what I was saying. Her father's a war criminal. I don't know how many people are dead because of his lies, knowingly lying about weapons of mass destruction. Millions of lives have been destroyed. Every time you see a Wounded Warrior commercial or a Tunnels to Tower commercial on TV, and you see these guys that are young, in wheelchairs, or they're missing limbs, or their bodies look like it's been melted, her father did that. And look at her. She lives a pretty high and mighty lifestyle, doesn't she? Her money is from her father's war crimes, okay? It's disgusting. That's one. Second, that J6 committee that lied and then later destroyed evidence trying to put our president, Donald Trump, in prison. That's another reason. I don't care how she voted in her House votes. She's a terrible person. And by the way, the Republicans of Wisconsin agree. They voted her out of office in a primary. So that, so the people that know her the best, her constituents in Wisconsin, they voted her out of office in the Republican primary. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Jeb. I'm from Austin, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just wondering, how do we know that Trump's not on the Epstein list?
I've answered that like 20 times, so I'm not going to answer it again, okay? You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, sir, I'm watching you again. I was a drunk guy that called you yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Alaska.
Oh, yeah, I remember you calling from Wasilla, Alaska. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were talking about the Liz Cheney stuff,
mm-hmm.
and how people are freaking, saying that she's a good person.
Yeah.
She's not.
No, she's a terrible person. And that J6 committee, they destroyed all that evidence, committed all those crimes, and got pardons from the Autopen people. I mean, come on.
Yes, and same with our Lisa Murkowski.
Lisa Murkowski. Yeah, she's a beaut with her ranked voting and all that crap you guys got up there. That racket.
Shit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So I hooked up on you here a couple days ago, whatever.
Well, welcome. I'm glad you're hooked on the show. It's a good show.
It is, dude, and keep up the freaking good fight, man.
That's right.
Did you ever know Charlie Kirk?
No. I know every conservative was his best friend. I don't know how this guy had time to change the world. He was palling around with every conservative influencer that ever walked the earth. You know? All right, appreciate the call. If I'm ever in Alaska, I'll stop in Wasilla. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Derek from Missouri.
Hey, Derek. What's on your mind?
I won't take too much time. I just want to say you're doing a hell of a job and keep it up, and God bless y'all.
Well, thank you very much. All right, welcome to the show. Make sure you subscribe, man.
All right, welcome to the show. Make sure you subscribe.
All right.
Yes, of course.
All right, take care. If you're on hold, hang in there. If you're new to the program, my name's Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. I am live on YouTube every weekday morning, and I'm here in the afternoon and on the weekends. I'm obviously a MAGA guy. You'll never hear me disagree with President Trump. I will never criticize President Trump. I'm a MAGA guy through and through. And anytime I'm in the studio, I am always taking live calls like I'm doing now. So if you subscribe and click the notification bell, you'll get a notification when I go live. And I always take these calls screenless and unvetted. I screen them on the air. When you call in, I just put you on hold. Nobody answers the phone. And then when I say, you're on the air, what's your name? Where are you calling from? That's the first time you speak to anybody when you call in here. All right, let's take a few more calls. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I am calling from Texas.
A lot of calls from Texas today. What's on your mind?
I just got a question. Are you clinically mentally retarded, or is it just self-diagnosis? Because I'm pretty sure your mom took a lot of time.
Well, if I had that kind of severe mental problem, how would I self-diagnose myself? Oh, he hung up. I wanted to explore that. I was interested in that logic. You're on the air. Well, you didn't have to hang up. We'll talk. I don't mind being insulted. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name's Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I got a question for you, Brian. A real serious question here. I was wondering, do you think Trump's balls taste like Velveeta or Kraft Singles? Because I think it's probably Velveeta.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. You don't know. Maybe Melania knows. I don't know. Next time I see her, I'll not ask. All right. Hold on. The phones are ringing off the hook. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Payne from Pennsylvania.
Hey, what's up?
A while back, you were talking about Liz Cheney.
Mm-hmm.
You got to remember, you got to watch. She got involved with being upset about the insurrection.
What insurrection?
That we watched on television.
What insurrection?
What insurrection? Mm-hmm. Did you just say what insurrection? Tell me you didn't say that.
Yeah, where was there an insurrection?
January 6th, 2021, young man. Where you been?
Government was overthrown?
Now, come on, now wake up now. Don't say what
government was overthrown?
We all heard him.
What government was overthrown? What government was overthrown?
No, your government didn't. He was
now again, hey, listen. Hold on a second. Maybe I don't understand your language. You're telling me. Hold on. Slow down.
In our capital, and you back them up.
Slow down.
Trump backed him up.
Slow down.
Trump pardoned him. So you're sick, dude. You're sick.
When was the government overthrown? Oh, he hung up. I didn't hang up on him. When was the government overthrown? And then on Biden's inauguration day, President Trump, before the inauguration, came home to Mar-a-Lago. What kind of insurrection does not overthrow an insurrection is the overthrowing of a government. What government was overthrown on January 6th? And if Donald Trump was leading an insurrection, why did he just peacefully get on Air Force One and fly back to Mar-a-Lago on Inauguration Day for Biden and Kamala? That was not an insurrection. And by the way, what insurrection takes place with an unarmed group? And with a group of people that all own guns at home, nobody brought their guns, right? Can't have an insurrection without weapons. And certainly, to have an insurrection, you have to overthrow a government, which was not done nor attempted. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, I'm Jack. I'm Jack from Georgia, from deep South Georgia, brother. I appreciate. I just want to let you know I just found your show. I appreciate what you're doing, and I wanted to ask you a question. What can I do to make sure that Congress does what it needs to do?
Yeah, well, just, all you do is subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow Trump's lead. That's what you do. It's pretty simple stuff. All right. Oh, boy. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name's Warner from Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia. What's on your mind?
I just want to know, do you believe what Candace Owens saying right now?
What is she saying right now?
She's saying that it could possibly be some kind of foul play because of the cameras being
foul play.
Down, like,
what could be foul play?
Like the Turning Point people started
the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Yeah, there was foul play. A Democrat liberal gay man whose boyfriend is transitioning into a woman shot him dead. That's foul play. Yes.
Yeah. I understand that. I love Charlie Kirk. I am Charlie Kirk.
Mm-hmm. Candace Owens is a nut. I know what Candace Owens is saying. She said there's tunnels that go underneath there, and some guy came out of a trapdoor underneath Charlie and shot from below. No, that's not true. She's got this other story that's total BS. That someone from Turning Point gave her the SD card footage from the camera behind Charlie Kirk, and there was no blood. Come on, it's all BS. She's nuts. She's either crazy or lying. Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah, I don't believe, you know what I mean? I don't
believe what? Your lying
of
eyes? I saw it. Like, as soon as I heard that it happened, I went on X and watched the video instantly. As did millions of other people around the world. We all saw what happened. What Candace Owens is saying, don't believe your lying eyes. This isn't, this isn't the Kennedy assassination with grainy footage that we can't see, right? I mean, we had high definition 4K footage seconds after the event. We all saw it. She's nuts.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying, what about the TMZ guy, like, that was parading, throwing his fist up and stuff?
I don't know what that's about.
When Charlie was...
Oh, you talking about that idiot in the front row? That was like, yeah, well, he's that guy that was in the front row where Charlie got shot and he was like cheering?
No, he was up in the balcony.
The balcony? There was no balcony. All right, I appreciate the call. You're losing me. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, I'm Kevin. I'm calling from California.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
To be honest, California.
Yeah, that's right, California. Governor Gavin Newsom's.
Yeah, I have a question. Were you in the movie A Christmas Story?
Yes. Yeah. I have a scar on my tongue still from getting stuck to that pole.
Okay, I want to keep this cordial.
It's great. It runs every year. At Christmas time. Yeah.
Yeah, I just have a question. Me coming from California and everything, if I were to, say, go outside and adorn one of those sweet red hats that I see you guys wearing all the time, it probably wouldn't end well.
No, I spent a lot, listen, my daughter just moved to Florida from Los Angeles. And last time I was out there, I wore my Trump 2028 and my MAGA hat all over Los Angeles, through LAX, everywhere. Out on the streets of LA, I was wearing my MAGA gear. I didn't have any problems. In fact, I meant fellow MAGA people. And one woman at the airport called me an asshole when she walked by, but that's okay.
Yeah. So let me get a little bit more in depth. So if we find out the new candidate for 2028, the Republican candidate, say it's like either, Don G or, whoever, probably J.D. Vance, right?
Yep, J.D. Vance.
Then will you change your hat, or will you not wear a Trump 2028 hat at that point? Just curious.
I may never wear another hat. I've got one of the largest MAGA hat collections in America. I've got so many MAGA hats, but I like this one the best.
But I feel like I still don't quite understand. So the whole Trump 2028, if Trump were to win in 2028, or somehow he were to maintain presidency.
Yes, that'd be great.
That's what I'm saying. So as much of a bit of a spoof as it is, because you're not the only one wearing those 2028 hats. As much of a spoof as it is, because it seems quite legally impossible. If it were to happen,
no, it's not impossible.
I mean, as much of a spoof as it is, it would be a serious thing.
Listen,
go along with it, right?
The United States sent men to the moon and returned them safely to the earth multiple times. We can amend the Constitution for the 28th time.
Do you think that his health could? I mean, even if he's
he's in great health. He's in great health. He's in great health.
But in 3 more years, though.
That's what the vice president's for.
He'll still...
Yes. He's not a mortal man.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
it didn't seem to bother you with Biden. Biden craps his pants. He's got Alzheimer's. They got cocaine in his office. Takes bribes. His staff's running the country with the auto pen. You're worried about Trump's condition? People actually said. Good point. That they could smell the adult diapers on Biden in his presence. People actually said that.
I'm sure all these presidents wear Depends that are in their 80s.
President Trump does not wear Depends, I promise you.
How do you know?
Because he's coherent.
No? People that
elderly people who wear adult diapers are suffering from incontinence. Those are usually people with dementia, like Joe Biden. Whatever dementia is, Trump's the opposite. He's mentally and physically fit.
Sometimes you jet set. You spend hours doing your thing. You make a speech, and you might not be able to stop the speech and take a crap. So you're going to wear Depends, right?
All right, whatever. You're believe. See, that's California. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the air. All right, once, twice, you missed your chance. All right, let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Brian, it's Frank in Titusville, Florida.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man, wow, you have had quite the list of callers today. So I was actually calling to give you a little bit of a breather here, something a little more lighthearted. So you always talk about how small Titusville, Florida is. I'm actually headed down to South Florida this weekend. Girlfriend has family in Fort Lauderdale. We're going to go to a baseball game, a concert. Anyway, I told my girlfriend, I said, you know what? We got to stop at Wings Plus.
Absolutely.
Convinced me I need to check that place out. So I just real simple question. What do you recommend I get off the menu?
What I usually order are the medium hot wings. I like the medium hot wings. Yeah. That's what I usually get. And a basket of fries and a cold draft beer. Steve likes the lemon pepper wings, and those are excellent too. I get those too sometimes. Yeah. But you're only going to be there once because you're out of town. So this may be your only time there. So get the medium hot wings.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Take care. Wings Plus, by the way, about a mile west of University Drive on the south side of Sample Road in Coral Springs in Broward County. All right. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
So I didn't hang up on you.
Well, the line went dead.
This is Brian.
Well,
this is Brian.
Okay, well, I'm going to hang up on you now. I'm hanging up on you now. Okay? I'm hanging up on you now. Okay, because I'm going to move. No, I'm not scared. I just got other people on hold and, one call per show. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi. My name is Alex from Detroit.
Yep.
I'm just wondering, why do you always hang up on people when they bring up Epstein?
Because it's not what I'm talking about. That's why.
Why isn't it?
It's old news. The guy's been dead for 6 years. His crimes, as bad as they were, are long gone, and it's old news. I mean, I don't sit around here and talk about the crimes of the.
It's not old news to
It is to me.
It's not old news to the victims.
No, in fact, the victims, they were in Congress. Yeah, I understand. The victims were in Congress a couple weeks ago. All of them said that Donald Trump, they never saw him do anything inappropriate, or Bill Clinton. By the way, they cleared both of them. But I don't sit around and talk about crimes of the early 2000s.
Oh, okay.
I talk about what's in the news, and the news is an emphasis on new, N-E-W, new, with an S at the end, new.
But Epstein is in the news a lot.
Well, this is what I would recommend. Okay. Start your own.
Why would I take recommendations from you?
Well, no, you'll like this. Start your own show and make it all about Epstein. You can talk about Epstein 24/7 on your show. How about that?
I have one more question. I'm not trying to upset you.
One question's enough. That's a good recommendation. Start your own show up there in Detroit. And you can talk about it every day of the week. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Okay. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Brian. This is Mike from Jupiter.
Hey, Mike. What's up?
Just start with, I was on your last MAGA cruise.
Oh,
The
yeah.
guy that was in the wheelchair.
Yes. How you doing?
The guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah, absolutely. How you doing?
All right. I just wanted to say thank you for making me laugh.
Oh.
You're very funny today.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
That's all I had. It's a compliment for you.
Well, I appreciate it. All right. Well, take care. I'm going to be in Jupiter tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. All right. Take care.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming on the cruise. Yeah. All right. Let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
What's up, Brian? My name is Chris from the Midwest. I called in earlier, but you hung up on me.
It's one call per...
Didn't even get to finish.
Okay. I understand that you Gen Z guys don't use the phone for talking too much. You use it for other things. Every phone conversation ends in someone hanging. If I'm on the phone with my wife, we're going to hang up at some point. That's how the phones work.
I think you're afraid of debate.
If I were afraid, why would I take live phone calls screenless if I was afraid of debate? That makes no sense.
Because you keep, every time you ask a question, as soon as somebody starts answering it, you just start throwing shit at them. Like you were like,
I'm hosting,
why don't you like Trump? And
I'm hosting a show.
About that, dude.
I'm hosting a show, and as the host of a show, I got to keep the flow going. And sometimes you guys, I get bored with you.
That's fine. So, okay, I guess we can just start over.
No, we're not. No, I'm going to take another call. No. It's one call. It's one call per show. This is your second time. Call me tomorrow.
Afraid.
No, I'll be here tomorrow.
Come on, man.
I'll be here tomorrow. I'm here every day of the week. All right? I'm here every day. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Jazz from Dalton, Massachusetts.
Jazz? J-A-Z-Z?
Yeah, Jazz.
What kind of name is that?
John.
Well, okay, what? Spell your name?
J-O-H-N.
J-O-H-N. John. Okay, I thought you said Jazz.
John.
John.
No,
John. Okay.
Yeah.
John. Okay, I thought you said Jazz.
Okay. Oh, okay.
What's up, John?
What do you do with somebody who's, I have a family member who called me up shortly after Trump was elected. And mind you, she graduated first in her class with a 99 GPA.
Oh, I'm impressed already.
And she called me up legitimately scared and terrified out of her mind.
Why, is she an illegal?
Trump was elected.
Is she an illegal?
No.
Is she MS-13?
No.
Then what is she afraid of? What's she afraid of?
The absolute opposite.
Then what is she afraid
of? Anyways, my point is, she was afraid that, well, you know the TDS thing.
Oh, yeah.
She was legitimately afraid that he was going to, become a fascist dictator.
Is she married? Is she married? Is she married?
Yes, she is to a doctor.
Is her husband suffering from Trump derangement syndrome?
I don't know.
She should love Trump. Really she should love Trump. So this is what I would say. So. This is what you should point out to her sister. Okay, her husband's a doctor. What kind of doctor is he?
I believe internal medicine.
Are they like? Do they do very well? They make good money, like 6 figures, 300-400.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Remind her that Louis Vuitton purse she has, right? How many more of those can she buy because of the big beautiful bill that made the Trump tax cuts permanent that her rich husband doctor's taking?
Well, that won't work because she's not that type of rich person,
no. Her husband's taking her. No,
she doesn't have anything that
her and her
like
husband.
That.
I promise you, your sister and her husband are taking all of those Trump tax cuts. I promise you, and their vacations or whatever they spend money on, her Tesla, all that crap. Okay, is much. She's got a lot more of it because they take those Trump tax cuts. I promise you.
Yeah. Well, this goes to the. What fascinates me is how powerful the news is for certain people. I mean, I could tell her all this stuff that we know and that we know about all this, and to her, it's ridiculous that she would listen to me and not listen to CNN. If she hears it on the news and mainstream CNN says it, and then you have her little brother. I'm no dummy.
Ask her about the Trump tax cuts. Ask her about the Trump tax cuts that her and her husband.
Guy in the world, but
just ask her about the tax cuts.
There's no way that I could overrule what she hears on the news.
She's a snob. She's an intellectual snob, like a lot of liberals.
It's dismissed out of hand. Anything that I possibly would say.
She probably still wears a mask when she goes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, how did I know exactly?
I love her dearly, but it just goes to show how real a TDS is. I mean, it can get to, these aren't simple idiots.
I'll tell you. You ever heard this thing?
A lot of them are doctors, lawyers.
Yeah. You ever heard this thing? Like, is it nature or nurture with child raising? And they find twins that were raised apart, and they have everything in common. I have sisters. I've spent no time with them. We have different mothers. I haven't spent 5 minutes with them in my entire life. And I meet them and they're MAGA. I met one of my sisters for the very first time at a Trump rally. I don't know if it's nature, nurture. I don't know. My dad's DNA. I don't know what's going on. But everyone in my family except one person is MAGA. My mother is a lifelong Democrat. She's retired in her 70s. For the first time in her life, she voted Republican in the last election. She voted for Trump. Voted Democrat her whole life. She's in her 70s. We have one person in my...
they shot themselves in the foot lately, God.
Yeah, they have. I have one person in my whole family...
They're not the party they used to be.
That's a Democrat, and it's the one person that doesn't work, never had a job. Everybody else is MAGA.
Yeah. My dad was military.
Does your sister work, or does she does she live off her husband, her rich husband?
Yeah, well, she
doesn't
pretty much, you got it there.
That's part of it, too.
Pretty much.
That's part of it, too. She's got no skin in the game.
Right, that's right. I mean, yeah, she's not out there.
Mm-hmm.
She's not out there really experiencing life, and
nope, she's a killer.
She's still she never evolved from her childhood. I guess
that's right. She's got a sugar daddy. She's got a daddy.
Too much time on her hands, maybe.
Mm-hmm. She hasn't grown up.
A lot of people get demented and go nuts when they're sitting home not working with nothing better to do. All that idle time, it makes their mind.
Yep. All right, listen, I'm gonna run, but I appreciate the call. All right, good luck with the sister. I'll take a couple more calls, but it's getting late for me. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Payne, calling from PA.
Didn't I already talk to you?
I got a suggestion for you.
Yeah, okay.
Now, just to hear me out, don't yell, don't get upset. You kind of made a statement about Tyler Robinson. You painted him as a liberal and a Democrat.
Who's Tyler Robinson?
Now, I don't know.
Who's Tyler Robinson?
Now, Tyler Robinson.
Who's that?
The guy alleged, well, I think he murdered him, Charlie Kirk.
Of course he's a Democrat.
No.
What do you think he is?
No, don't cut me off. Listen, no. He is not affiliated in Utah at all politically. Now listen. You check this out and tell me if I'm wrong. Both his parents are registered Republicans.
I've heard that.
His grandparents are.
I've heard that.
They are Trump supporters. One of his friends in high school, now hear me out, don't get crazy. One of his friends in high school said when he was in high school, he was a Trump supporter, and he loved Trump.
Okay, slow down. Let's talk about that. Hold on. No. Excuse me. No, let me finish.
I'm
going to give you 10 more seconds. I'm going to give you 10 more seconds.
No.
And then I'm going to respond.
Listen. Fine. His fellow worker said that he changed, and he became critical of Charlie Kirk and critical of Trump.
Yeah.
And what did what did Charlie Kirk talk about? Transgenders. Who is this Tyler Robinson?
Okay.
Dating?
Okay. Now I'm going to respond. This nonsense. No, I'm done waiting. This nonsense that his parents are MAGA Republicans, which I don't know if that's been established. I've seen it reported.
They are.
Are you aware?
It's established.
Okay. Are you aware?
They admitted it.
Are you aware that Donald Trump's parents and grandparents were all Democrats?
I don't care.
Well, no, you do. No, you're saying that people are the political party of their parents and grandparents. Donald Trump's parents and grandparents were Democrats. So what? What does that mean? Exactly. Oh my goodness. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Huh? You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, sorry. My video's lagging there. Hey, Brian. Appreciate you having me on.
Yep.
My name's Brady. I'm from Sarasota. Just caught your show, scrolling through YouTube today.
Make sure you subscribe.
Yes, sir. Loving it. Everything you said about the Cheneys is spot on. With Dick Cheney getting involved in some money over there, he had some ulterior motives, pinned everything on Iraq when obviously it wasn't them. Unfortunately, Charlie Kirk has passed away here. But I was curious, what are you most excited for in 2026 for Trump?
What am I most excited for in 2026 is winning more seats in the House and the Senate. Because the Democrats are really, it's about over for them. Especially with all this redistricting going on top of all the great work that President Trump's doing. There's not much of a Democrat party left.
Absolutely.
It's almost all gone.
I think the one guy said it, they shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Not really having primaries and just propping somebody up. the last few elections, bad choice. But that's their problem, I guess.
No, so I'm excited about the midterms.
How about, like, as far as... I'm sorry?
I'm excited about the midterms in 26.
For sure. How about, like, policy-wise? What are you most excited about there?
In 2026? We haven't heard about any policies in 2026 yet. The campaign hasn't started. I like everything Trump's doing now. But we don't really know what the issues are going to be in 2026.
I gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Ghislaine Maxwell.
But I'll tell
that,
nothing.
He can give her a pardon and get her out of
He's
there.
not going to pardon her. Not going to pardon Maxwell.
Well, yeah, because she'll say he was clear. Obviously, he wasn't involved in anything. She'll clear his name, and
his name doesn't need clearing.
Some people think it does, unfortunately.
Who? People that hate him already, who want to believe that?
I saw reports that a lot of people on the right are starting to think that.
Listen. You were probably the 5 millionth and 8th caller I've ever had in my broadcast career. You can pull this act. Okay. You can pull this act that you're some MAGA guy from Sarasota and try to bond with me and then drop your little Epstein stuff. It's ridiculous. But listen, I appreciate the call. Take care. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the program, my name's Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk. I'm here every day, all the time, at different times. I live stream every morning, and I'm here on the weekends too. Make sure you subscribe, and anytime you catch me in the studio, I do take live calls, totally screenless and unvetted, right here on the air. So make sure you subscribe, click that notification bell. My name's Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time.